right-wing publication, right? That was by Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon, yeah, exactly.
And then Alex says, will you and Donovan clarify it for your audience when they are going to the 4th of July family cookout? It's probably pronounced barbecue, not barbecue. Well, I mean, if they're somewhat awake, I don't know if they, and I get it. A lot of people are like, you know what? We're just going to the barbecue or whatever because it's a family get together. So I get that.
Right.
But at least go knowing that you weren't free. They're not like, 4th of July has nothing to do with you at all. Hell, we still ain't free in 2018. We are on a Sunday afternoon in 2018 discussing lynching. Like, lynching is still a problem, so how free can you really be?
Exactly.
And you're out there popping fire. What are you popping fireworks for? We weren't free till almost 100 years later.
And we're still not free.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't... And then it's what's baffling to me is a lot of people, especially us, we're like, really? You're kidding me. Are you serious? Right. Well, my aunt makes a mean potato salad, and I'm going to be there. I'm just trying to see if you knew, sister. I'm not trying to change your mind.
But haven't I said for a long time, okay, with us having the highest unemployment rate, we are the first people to celebrate Labor Day.
Labor Day is stupid.
We are. It's sad. I have relatives that are in and out of jail. They're on the system. They're gaming the system and like that. They celebrate every holiday that's imaginable.
Well, Neely Fuller Jr., as I said before, he talked about that. He says, why are you as black people celebrating? He said, we are the most celebrating people there is.
Everywhere.
On the planet. Not to say that we should be mean-mugging all the time, but he's like, we really ain't moved the needle like that, to be out there getting down. We're like, we got a lot of work to do, and we out here just at life as a party.
Exactly.
Good time, Charlie, and as the old people would say, but it's like, tomorrow, after 4th of July, you're going to hear about somebody getting lynched.
Yeah. And then that bill is still due.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You done went on and spent $200 on barbecue, but your light's about to get cut off. And then Al, you said I joined the Mexican Optometrist Club. C. You just ain't gonna fit, are you? And Cindy says the whole separation is about Texas becoming majority Hispanic in 5 years. Oh, hey, it's very
California
close.
Too.
No, California already is.
Yeah. So.
So that's what this is about, and people. And this is why, as a black person, it baffles me is because we think, oh gosh, they're just separating the families, horrible, and it is. I'm going to reiterate that again. It is horrible that they're separating the families. But when you hear that Hispanics have, overtaken black people, not that we're in a competition, it doesn't say it. And Dr. Claude Anderson talks about this too. He says they're not coming over here to help you. They're coming over here to overtake you. They're not going to worry about your issues. And on my YouTube channel, I guess he was Hispanic. He wanted to go back and forth with me saying that we need them and, they've done more for us than we've done for them. And, we need to band together. And I said, let's keep it real. You're not interested in banding together with us because, honestly, we don't have anything you guys need. Man, that sounds kind of mean, but it's true. We don't have, as black people, we don't have anything. Well, we have money, of course, but if it ain't broke, why fix it? We willing to give them the money, so there's really no need for us to help them per se.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but we need to realize this is a numbers game. The less and less, because we are disappearing, whether it's by death,
intermarriage,
and that's another thing I saw too on the charts. Mix.
I'm sorry, not intermarriage, intermingling.
Right, the mix is now a category, and that's starting to grow. Right. But we're disappearing, you guys. Yeah. We are. That's a fact. I looked at it, and that's what I did all day Friday when I had some downtime. I was just studying these numbers, and everything that kept coming to my mind is black people are disappearing. And we're so distracted. We don't understand. We are literally disappearing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
and you can see it right here in the Inland Empire.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, me and my daughter, and I'll sit back and I say, look around. I say to her all the time, what do you see?
Yeah, we go in a restaurant.
What do you see?
Sometimes when me and you go, we're the only black
What do you
folks in
see?
there. It's just us.
Right. So pay attention. And it's, let's see. It is, hey, Sammy. It says Labor Day was sought by the union to give those that labor a day off. At least that is what my teacher union says. American Federation of Teachers, AFT.
Yes, that's true. It was part of the union. Mm-hmm. They advocated for that. You can advocate for anything to go to Congress.
But if you have a job, that's
right?
If you have a job.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for those that work and work on a constant basis. You know.
Barbecue's gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got relatives, and I'm just speaking from my personal experience. I've got relatives that have never held a legitimate job.
But they'd be the first ones.
They'd be the first ones with the rack of ribs and everything. Talk about, come on, y'all, let's, got the gun in the back of the booty crack and all that other stuff. So.
I ain't reading that one either, Al. Sydney says another thing is white people birth rates are dropping throughout the world. Yes, yeah. And they realize that. Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on what you believe, they say white people are in their fertility issues, they have more than a lot of other people.
Yeah, and then you got to remember the white woman is in rebellion against the white man. So
I ain't having your babies.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the now movement, all these the free the woman thing,
and the whole Planned Parenthood thing that was specifically targeted to black women through the eugenics program.
Right.
Get rid of your babies. Mm-hmm. Behind the scenes, they're saying these people are a burden on society. Their kids, they all have low IQs, and there's a lot of black people in the upper classes, you would call them. They were also championing that. Get rid of these babies. Ben
Carson, right now. What's the craziness that's coming out of his mouth?
And this has been going on, and so we as black people, we've just bought into it. Oh, girl, I'm not having this baby. Mm-hmm. I don't need this baby. I'm just gonna go and get rid of it.
I wasn't aware of the genocide that is going on with our black women. It was, since we're doing the show, it brought it to my attention, and I looked up the numbers. It is horrific. We need to stop telling our daughters that if you have a baby, your life is ruined. We need to stop saying that. Everybody's entitled to a mistake, and
I agree with that. I mean, you deal with it. I mean, regardless of what your stance on abortion is, we deal with it because the fact of the matter is we are disappearing. Abortion plays a large part of that. Incarceration, just a lot of health, especially, y'all. One thing we really just need to sit and chop it up about health, myself included. Mm-hmm. I got a lot. Being a vegan doesn't always mean I'm healthy. Mm-hmm. I'm healthier than I've been, but
Well, what some of my studies of the abortion thing within the black community, they're saying a lot of these girls, again, it doesn't make sense why they're getting pregnant, but if you're getting pregnant by the same type of guy. Because in this one scenario that I had read about where the girl was, she was making her testimony. She was saying, well, I kept dating the thug on the street. Then he'd go to jail, whatever. Then I get with this other thug. Then I end up pregnant by him. Then I don't want his baby. Then I would abort that baby. And, she was making the same type of situation even worse. And it's like, well, how many abortions? I think this woman ended up having like 4 to 6 abortions.
I mean, and the government will give them to you. I know women who had a plethora of abortions, too, to be honest with you. Just man. It's like it become like a form of birth control.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Let me go to the clinic.
Yeah.
It's
very sad.
But you raise an interesting point because there are women who are lying down with no good men. Mm-hmm. But on the other side, that makes me want to say, why don't we stop raising no good men?
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Because to me, it goes hand in hand. We just need to do better.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, if these women would stop buying into the government, give me free money and I'll keep the father out of the home.
Well, that's a learned behavior.
Exactly.
Too. I mean, the mamas are probably doing it, the grandmamas. It's this learned behavior that's been passed down.
Exactly, and we need to stop it.
And you're right. We need to break the cycle. Mm-hmm. And let's see, what did I miss here? Al, it says, forgive me, baby, for my jokes. I had amnesia once, maybe twice or 3 times. And then, what that's something you said? Cindy said, stop it, Donovan. I'm sure it was something crazy. He says, I really don't believe the abortion rates. Oh, okay, so maybe it was abortion rate statistic that you gave. I don't remember.
Well, like I said, I'm reading different statistics, but all in all, it's high.
Women,
it is high.
We have a very high abortion rate. That's not a secret. I don't know what the exact number is,
but it's
very
high.
And it's really prevalent among black women. It's just
and here's something you can do. Seriously, and I did this because the book suggests me I do that. Just ask one of your black friends A couple of them. Ask a couple of them if they ever had an abortion.
Girls got an abortion.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, you know, when I was 19. No.
You stupid.
No, seriously. And I asked some of my friends, and they were like, yeah, you know, back, you know, and stuff happens, but, you know.
I mean, it's not just a black woman thing, but we do it a lot. And so James says, look at the commercial. They're massaging this BS, massaging, that's what you said, this BS. Every opportunity they have, white men, black woman, even mixed kids, sometimes cars, insurance, farmers, etc. Mm-hmm. We are getting hit from every angle. And the young men who are in season don't vote. What a Benz. Want a Benz. Chains like this 1988. Better wake up. No, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right.
We are seeing that. But I think we're starting to see that because that's just where America is going. Everybody's being mixed, and I share this with you guys all the time. My mom, she had a total, she's passed now, so I say had, total of 11 grandchildren and 1 great. All of them, with the exception of my daughter, were mixed. Are mixed, Are mixed, rather. Mm-hmm. They're mixed, so I just think that's just what
my father-in-law has said, and when I see him, he says it all the time. He goes, "I don't know what I went wrong." He says it all the time. Where did I go wrong with these boys?
Ow. He says, isn't it ironic that the people that are for abortions are still living? You know, funny, but that's true. It's like
George Soros and all those guys.
If somebody would have did that to you. Yeah. You know, Barcon talks about that a lot. He says actually his mom, I think she had, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2, at least 1 failed attempt to abort him because, like you said, somebody, got in her ear about, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, you're ruining your life.
And he says, the cat is drinking my Kool-Aid.
Oh, good.
He says, thank God that she didn't go along with that because I wouldn't be here. And imagine all the people I wouldn't have been able to reach with what I'm trying to do if she hadn't been successful.
Well, Tim Tebow, that's one of his platforms. His mom was given that scenario too, where he was going to be aborted, and something came to her where she said she wasn't going to do it. So.
And that's because I still love your family, even though I'm a light-skinned Mexican. I never let any one of my of the African American sons be called the N-word. And my 3 boys may not be mine, but I gave them life. No, absolutely. And Nancy was very, very good friends. One of my mom's best friends.
All right, right on.
She is part of the family.
Yes, absolutely.
And Sydney says, the white feminist tells the black woman to cut your man while they sleep and reproduce with their man. Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of, I think black women don't understand is, the white woman talking all that mess about her man, but when she put her picket sign down, she going home to that man, okay?
Exactly.
Baby, what you having for dinner?
Exactly.
What can I make you?
Exactly.
You want your house shoes?
Or it's funny how these white women in public, they'll say, we don't need no men, we're feminists, but they're all married.
Right.
But they're telling you, you don't need no man. And this is true, this is a statistic. 76% of black women have never been married. Young women have never been married in our community.
Right, well, some older ones too.
Well, yeah, but they're saying as a population-wise, 76% of black women
Well, what's taking y'all so long to propose?
Y'all ain't acting right.
Wow. See?
We don't need that attitude.
Oh, God. And Cindy says, NYC did a study and found out that white women went to private doctors to have abortions, and that is not required to be reported. Okay.
Right, that's true, too.
So, so you're saying that's why the numbers are off in regards to black women having the most abortions because
here's my thing.
That information is considered private.
Yeah, well, here's my thing.
That makes sense. Private doctors,
of course. And on a whole, white people have dental insurance, and they can do that. But regardless of what the numbers are, the number in our community is still high. I don't care what the white woman's number is. I don't care what the Asian woman's number. I don't care what the Hispanic number is. I care about our number, and it's still high in my opinion.
Right. So. Right. Yeah. So I'm not reading that one either. But
So.
Not reading that one either. I don't understand, like, what's going on. That's why I have to pre-read Al's.
Yes, please do. In local news, the black man community was vindicated.
No,
We were vindicated in local news. Go ahead. I just want to make her laugh real quick. Go ahead.
I'll just say this to allude to what Donovan said. Okay? I won't tell you what the situation was.
Right.
Okay?
Go ahead.
But I had a rather terrible experience with an older black woman.
Which goes to my point of these women with the and she looked like a poor man's Tina Turner. Didn't she? Didn't she? That was a raggedy thing on top of her head. That woman should have been ashamed of herself. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was an awful experience. And it's so bad that I had to report her to her company. It was awful. But I had bad experiences with white women too.
So in essence, you are now conceding
that
there are some black women out there that have horrible attitudes.
I never said that there wasn't. There's white women, Asian women, I've had issues with the whole rainbow.
But it seems like these women have a chip on their shoulder all the time.
Most women do.
No. I remember I told you, in the morning, first thing you do when you wake up, look at these young black women. Their fists are already balled when they're walking by.
That's because y'all Negroes keep pissing us off. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
But we were vindicated.
Cindy says, I do not trust any statistic by them.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, I mean,
I
agree with that. But can we at least concede to the point that abortion among black women is high?
Yeah.
And he said, I needed information about this. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a secret that it's high. I know, like I said, I know a few women that have a piece.
Yeah, of the women that I've polled in my friend circle, I would say 50% of them have had an abortion. That's still high.
That's very high, and so I think that's the conversation we need to have too. I mean, if we are talking about, because listen, it's not a secret, black people are disappearing.
Yeah, we're disappearing.
It's everywhere. It's not just here where we live. It's everywhere. We are 13% of the population, give or take. Mm-hmm. And they said, I think by year 2026 or something, we'll be at 17%.
Yeah. Very sad.
We'll be at 17% by year 2026, like a whole 4%.
I did look up these numbers. In the 1950s and 60s, our population was 13%.
Yeah, we really have not.
We have not grown.
Right.
Now, during the Vietnam War, black people made up 23% of the fighting force.
Why? You tell me that. You're a military man. Why?
The poor niggas sitting there ain't doing nothing. Send them over there. And they were being drafted too. So, but look at
my daddy.
But look at the people that evaded the draft that are president of the United States, senators,
right,
congressmen,
right. Well, they're the ones that send you to war.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
very sad. Cindy also say we need to have a discussion about choosing a mate.
Yes, that's a good point. We got 30 minutes.
Okay, we got 30 minutes, so we can do that.
She got to have a big booty, a couple of booties, a tramp stamp. Injected lips. I wanted to look like Black China.
You've already failed, brother. You might as well just stay single. No. Like I said, that's what's wrong with you, brothers. Y'all out there looking for the superficial and the artificial.
No, I don't.
And then you wanted to be a real woman.
No. And the thing about her is, and I was just an example of what they're telling us that what black men look for. That woman looks horrible.
But is it a lie though? Is it completely a lie?
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
I just know there's a lot of men out there.
That woman looks horrible. I'm sorry.
I mean, she does.
She looks horrible.
But there's a lot of men out there who only want a woman to have a big booty. I mean, and then they can deal with everything else.
There are women out there. Now, I want you guys to go to this page. It's Afro Thunder Locks. And look at this page.
That's my sister.
And look at this woman. Big booty, big breasts. This is beautiful face. She's educated. I mean, the total package. And she's all mine. All mine. So it can happen, brothers. It can happen.
And then you also say, and we need men to step up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Sure.
Farrakhan, was it Honorable Elijah Muhammad that said, more than likely, and I'm paraphrasing, a no good woman was probably made that by a no good man.
And vice versa.
I mean, so the men, we need to, take control. Take back control of your woman.
Yes.
That's what you need to do.
I'm with you.
Not that, slap them in the mouth stuff. Okay. You can't be doing all of that.
Well, with Afro Thunder, I don't think I'd have much of a chance with that technique.
Okay. And then I'm not reading that one either, Al. And then Sydney says, stop talking about 45, though. You might end up in Gitmo, Donovan.
Oh, no. I've been there before. They don't want me in there. 5150. Yeah, 5150. They let me out. Yeah, they let me out.
And Sydney also says, Amanda might smack you, Donovan. That's
yes.
what he won't.
Yes.
That's what he won't.
Yes.
But no, so, really back to choosing a mate. Me and Donovan talk about this a lot on the other show. It's just really about asking questions. Asking questions. And Donovan talks about it a lot too, and Al talks about it too, as far as, from a man's point of view, how does that woman relate to her father? Does she speak well of her father? Or her father influential in her life, or some father figure? Because what has she been taught? My dad talks about that as far as the courting process. You got to take everybody, the whole relationship to court. The person you're potentially getting a relationship with, their family, and every aspect, just to see if this is something I want to do, because I don't care what nobody says, that person's circle of influence has a direct impact on your relationship.
It does.
What are their ideologies? How do they feel about this? What do they do in that situation? All those things come into play, and I think a lot of times, I'm just speaking from experience. In the past, I have been one that's been guilty of rushing to get in a relationship instead of saying, well, that looks good. You sound like you're making a lot of sense, brother. But instead of saying, okay, well, let me, as my dad say, take it to court. Let me put all the evidence on the table, and see if this is something, if it adds up, if it makes sense. So we don't do that. We rush to judgment, and then it ends up, as Erykah Badu said once before, being the same person that you were in a relationship with before. You end up with that same person because it's not them, it's you.
Right. Now, nothing against my father-in-law. However, while he went and stole a military man's woman behind the man over there serving the country, he gonna steal the man's woman.
He should have had his black ass over there protecting his woman instead of protecting something that wasn't protecting him.
Okay, all right, that's a good point.
Spend everything.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I gotta stick up for my daddy.
There you go. Think with that.
I wouldn't be here. Okay.
That's true. My Thunderlocks wouldn't be here.
That's right. My daddy was a G. He saw what he wanted. Yeah.
So did. That's true.
Yeah, but and to your other point, Cindy, and then Cindy says I might have to hit your dad up, hit your dad up, Donovan and Al. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that man is knowledge.
Yeah, but that's true. It should be true for men. And when they're looking for a woman, okay, what? Because my brother always jokes about this, and he's a fool. My brother, my oldest brother, he says, you see the woman, and you see her mama, that's what she gonna look like.
Yes.
And I'm like, now while that's
my mom told me that
kind of stupid, as far as how she gonna look, but I think it goes deeper than that. What has her mom taught her? What are the things that she's learned from her mama? Is her mama an upstanding woman? Has her mom taught her values and morals and everyday things about life? Like, I am shook to the core because I was raised by old-fashioned women, both my grandmothers and my mom. At some of these young girls that don't even know the basics.
Nope.
When I say the basics, I'm talking about keeping a clean house,
keeping a clean coochie. I'm serious. Some of them don't even know how to do that. I know that's hard to say, but it's true. We talk about it all the time. They can't even keep a clean coochie. They just had a baby, and a month later, they're with somebody else. I just don't get it. What happened to the baby daddy? You guys are just together. Now she's on to another relationship. You're like, wait a minute. What happened here?
I was going kind of that way, but I was going to say clean body. Like,
okay.
You went just...
Hey,
went for the...
Sometimes you gotta go straight. Just tell it to them straight. Keep it plain. Some of them, but it's true. Some of them can't even do that.
Right.
And when I mean clean coochie, I don't mean like I said, relationship-wise. They're going from relationship to relationship.
I was going the other way with it in that... Some of these guys, this dude here, we need a censor button for you, okay? But I get mystified at the fact that a lot of these young girls don't know the basics. To Donovan's point, I was cleaning up. Wash up every day. Clean your body. Have clean clothes. Have a clean environment. Because I wonder, and this is the other part too, Like, what man in his right mind is going to lay up with a woman who won't even keep her personal environment clean and an environment that she's going to invite them to? Like,
a young man who was raised by a mother that acts like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't think of too many men that would. But I guess, that's becoming normal. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
And then Sydney says, and then Donovan went right. Yeah, I was going a whole different direction.
I'm sorry. That's what makes our show so good. She's left, I'm right, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So.
It is what it is.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I can't sugarcoat stuff like that because.
Well, you see.
Because it's so. That's our problem. We're too busy not saying what we need to say where they can understand it. I mean, you have a high audience here. You have a high intelligent audience. And don't get me wrong. But like on our other show, you just got to dumb it down to where everybody understands the message.
Yeah, no, most definitely. But and Al says I had a good one in response to Donovan's comment, but you probably won't read it. Nah, you
message that one. Yeah, message that one, brother.
He said message that one to him. But no, I mean, so it's to Sydney's other point. I mean, men got to step up, but we got to teach them how to step up. You guys remember? Maybe you don't remember, but some of us, where they used to take a village to raise a child.
Amen.
But now we have gotten so far away from that. We don't want anybody to talk to our kids, to say nothing to our kids. But
the kids can be totally wrong, and we already jumping on the teacher. Why would you go against the teacher that is teaching your kids, saying this is what happened in the class, but you're going to take your child's word?
Because you're too stupid to realize that this person is shaping or even has your child's future in their very hand, and that maybe they're trying to get your child to be a better person in society, but yet you don't understand once and if they graduate, you're going to aid and abet that person being a derelict of society because they were above reproach.
Right.
And you were very vocal in not saying nothing to my child. Right. And then Nancy says, "Oh my God, Donovan must know my eight baby daddies, 9 months pregnant, came to my house with a new baby boyfriend. Oh my God."
Oh yeah, but see what I'm talking about? They know what I'm talking about. We're making it plain because everybody knows there's a.
It just, you know what? It's all about teaching. It's teaching. Like my daughter will be 26.
Fine too. That's fine little thing.
She fine, but she got her mind is, she has her issues.
Of course.
She's evolving. But one thing I would say about that kid is that there's a lot of things she ain't gonna do. She ain't gonna be put up with a whole lot of nonsense. But
we know that.
Even still, she's 20 and be 26. I don't stop mentoring her or trying to teach her the things that I know and the things that I'm learning. It's until I die, I'm gonna always be teaching her what she should know as a woman and just in society. But we don't do that anymore. We are the society that puts our children in front of phones and computers all day.
Or we want our kids to be our friends.
Right. And like you guys probably didn't see me on social media last week, I'm taking a break Monday through Friday, getting back on Saturdays. I'm on social media because I've grown tired of being, how can I say this, inculcated by everyone else's ideology and dogma and just, just a lot of things that I wanted to, and I not wanted to, but I'm getting back to life, like to real life. Not saying that social media is not real life, but we know a lot of people get on there and fake the funk, but just really getting out there and making some moves. So that's what I've been working on, is making some moves in real life in order to help black people.
Right.
That's what I mean, social media is cool, we can do that, but we actually need to now start getting our boots to the ground. And so I brought that point up to say that oftentimes when we're on social media, like as for adults get caught up in the nonsense. So I couldn't imagine a child being on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, and seeing all the stuff and not walking away being scarred to some degree. Yeah. I mean, you got grown women who are aspiring to be like your favorite girl, Black China.
Sad.
They're aspiring to be Black China. Well, hell, Black China ain't even Black China.
Right.
But so how do we expect a young child to say, Black China's plastic? Black China's not real. How do we expect for her to do that? And then more than likely, her mama is walking around, perpetrating somebody she's not.
Nothing worse than an old hoe. Ain't nothing worse than that. Ain't nothing worse than an old hoe. I'm serious. I mean, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Is that what it is?
And walk away. I mean, because, everybody has their time. Grow old gracefully. I mean, I'm not saying she's old, though, because she's younger than us.
Right.
However.
Well, she's got, 2 kids?
Yeah, 2 kids or something like that. It's like,
imagine seeing your mama's hoo-ha up on the internet when you're old enough to see that.
Right,
I couldn't imagine.
It's sad.
And then Cindy says, well, I'm going to be in Donovan's inbox.
There you go.
And Al says, I'm sorry, Donovan. And social media, no Al's Jack joke of the day. Blame Demetri. He's mad at me, too. I'm sorry, baby. It's just... I love you, though. And Al says, no Ask D&D segment, blame Demetri.
Yeah, that's what he said.
It's a hashtag. Blame Demetri. He gets mad at me. And Cindy said, someone told me that we should always have a spiritual mentor. That's why I appreciate all of you always developing. Absolutely. You know what, Cindy? We appreciate you, too.
Yeah,
we appreciate you bringing in legal knowledge to the table because we don't know
everything.
But that's what it's about. It's
exchanging
about,
ideas.
Yes,
exchanging
bouncing
ideas.
Information off of each other. Can you imagine if we got on here every Sunday? Well, no, I don't think that's right. It's it's what we say. We got all the answers, and we never it's just. That's what it's about. It's about sharing the knowledge and using it.
And learning it. Yeah, learning it.
Right. And then Nancy says, woman, treat your body, Neiman Marcus, not the 99-cent store. You are everywhere. No, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I love that analogy.
Yes.
Yes, have some quality, some class. Mm-hmm. And I think, honestly, I don't know no statistics behind it, but that is a lost art. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm more of the generation that I get shocked at, like, some girls, and I call them girls because they're younger than me, you don't know you're supposed to clean up the kitchen after you cook. Or while you're cooking.
Or while you're cooking, right.
I don't understand that. Like, you just leave dishes in the sink until you get ready to go wash them 2 or 3 days later.
Or, you make a good meal, and then you see all the pots and pans down there, and you rather let them sit there until the morning.
I'm soaking them. Stop burning them, first of all.
Yeah, right.
And then Cindy says, I don't argue with anyone on Facebook. If someone told me 1 plus 1 equals 9, you are right. Keep it moving.
Exactly.
Because, at this point, there is no need for us to do that. Once, as we just said, we get the knowledge, let's go use it. Let's go figure out how to actually, make each other better. Even if it's just having a small conversation, which is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start using my communication skills, my public relations skills, and actually start getting out there in the community and just start having conversations with our people.
Okay, it's going to be hot. Good luck. It's going to be hot out there.
I'm just going to, strike up a small conversation, a couple of minutes long, and just ask them stuff like, and I wanted to kind of coin it, Black people, did you know? And I can say something like, Black people, did you know that we make $1.3 trillion within the Black community, but we only keep 3% of that? Giving most of that away to everybody else. Did you know that our Black dollars circulate in our community roughly about 6 hours and then it's gone? Mm-hmm. And that'll spark a conversation. Now, some people might say, get out of my face, but that's fine. I'm still not going to stop trying. I want to, actually get out there and talk to people.
Well, isn't that the premise of this show, getting you out of your bedroom and we expand?
Now I need to get out of I'm still going to be here, but actually get out there and start reaching and teaching and talking to people because some people just don't know. Mm-hmm. Al put up a post about the 4th of July and Juneteenth, and a lot of people on his post didn't know that. And he's in Texas. 2 hours from Galveston?
Right.
The last state or
last area
that got the word that
the war was over.
Free, which is why it's called Juneteenth, because they got the word on June 19th, 1865. Like, how do you guys live out there and don't know that?
Ignorance is bliss.
We got to get out there. And so Alex says, I'm schizophrenic, and so am I. And then Cindy says, remember to hydrate. Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it's going to be hot out there.
I'm going to be out there, drinking and talking.
Well, and I'm glad that you're doing that, because that was the whole premise of starting your thing. Because now that you're on YouTube, I mean, there have been some videos that I've seen of yours. You've got like 4,000 people, 5,000. I mean, that's a lot of
40,000 one of them.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, and that's a lot of area and a lot of people.
Do you ever watch the analytics on there?
I do.
It says that they're different. I didn't notice that until one day, and I said, all these shares in the videos. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's a big impact, significant impact. I do another show with a guy called Pastor Don. This guy on his Facebook page has 1,900 dedicated viewers on his page now. Now, when he started, it was 0.
Wow.
And you know Pastor Don, he is ecstatic about the numbers.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's not just you. I mean, not, Sydney, all your, like I said, you have a highly educated
Absolutely.
Audience. And that's what this whole thing's about. Sharing ideas and getting those ideas out there. Even if you don't believe it, because I know I'm over here and I clown a lot and stuff like that. However, the meaning of what we're trying to do is
no, but one thing I would say about you, I'm going to read this comment real quick.
Sure.
Charles says, that is good, getting out, conversating, and sharing information and taking the pulse of our people and the nation. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we got to do. But I was going to say this about you. Yeah, you joke a lot, but you are a man of your word. You're a man of action. I've seen Donovan out there talking to people. And I know
not as raw.
Right, he kind of holds back a little bit, yeah. But I know that he does get out there and, if he sees a young man, a black man, sagging or doing something like that, he does take the opportunity to say something, and then try to have a conversation opposed to just, look at that Negro over there.
Hey, nigga, put your pants up.
Yeah, just trying to, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. It could be 2-3 minutes.
Right.
Impart wisdom on people because a lot of people just don't know.
No, they don't know that when they walk into a liquor store or let's say a hair shop or you're trying to get a job, an interview.
Yeah, but you don't know that those dollars that you're giving those people, they'll never give them back. Or you're getting some weed or whatever it is, and alcohol, but you're not getting anything else. Your community, your people are suffering because you don't know that you're giving your money away, especially to people who aren't going to give it back.
That don't live in the community.
Right, now it says, when Apollo Creed fought Drago, I'm going to be like Tony told Rocky with my jokes on the show, throw the damn towel.
Yeah, throw the damn towel! Throw the damn towel!
Listen, I ain't got a problem with jokes. I just got a problem with some of them, especially when we ain't joking. That's all I'm saying.
Get out of there!
That's all I'm saying. We can laugh, but we just ain't gonna laugh about lynching. I mean, am I wrong?
I'm not in that.
Back me up, okay? I need you to back me up.
I'm gonna do like you did to me. I'm gonna go straight to the bathroom. I'm going straight to the bathroom.
No, you ain't gonna. I need you to back me up.
I can't back you up on that one.
Donovan's shaking his head like I ain't gonna back you up.
I ain't backing on this one.
Saying he is, so I ain't scared. But no, anyway, how much time we got?
We got 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes, so anything else you guys want to talk about, we can chop it up. I think somebody wants to talk about Maxine Waters.
Yes.
And her calling for a bounty per se.
Let's talk about mophead Maxine Waters.
I should say something about her wig. Her calling for a bounty on Trump's administration. Basically, in light of Sarah Sanderson and a couple of his other people getting stopped or ran Sarah Sanders. Getting ran out of establishments and stuff because they are aligned with Trump's family separation policy. And she's saying, so when you see them out in public, harass them. Do whatever you need to do to get their attention and let them know that they need to separate from Trump.
And she wants you to also know this. If you're going to take a shot at her, you better shoot straight.
You better shoot straight. You better not miss. Maxine's a gangster.
Yeah, but the black foolishness. And I'm going to show you how dumb the Democratic Party is. See, Republicans, they won't say nothing. If somebody's acting a fool like Trump, they don't say nothing to it. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. These are the same party, people. Wake up. They don't give a damn about black people. They don't give a damn about Hispanics. They just don't. They want your votes. They want your money. And that's about it.
True. And Nancy says, I hope to see you at the Fox. Let's book a town hall meeting. You know what? You sound just like my mama. Because my mama used to say stuff like that. When are you going to get out there and start speaking? You need to say, I can see you speaking in front of. So I receive it. We're working toward it. I promise you. I actually did make a call on the building in order to invite people out to speak.
It is time for you to come out from behind the mic, the curtain, wherever, the shadows, and start
getting pelted by tomatoes.
Yes. Well, come to the club, Come to the club.
And Cindy says another example of how we don't protect the black woman. And you talking about Maxine Waters?
Yeah. Well, is that a woman? Is she? I thought she was.
Donovan is not a fan of Maxine.
I mean, the women's district is It's worse. Well, it's been worse in Moreno Valley, but it hasn't progressed. It's going backwards. And she's got the nerve to sit up there
you know what though?
Take a check from the people.
This is what I said though. I said this last week. We're witnessing the Communist Manifesto unfold. I know it's an oxymoron kind of, but
it is.
We're watching it unfold, and that the poor people, the underclass, if you would say,
there's more of us than there are them.
Right, and we're starting, and I say we. We're starting to wake up. And so I think, Maxine's thing is just a call to action, like, yo, how much longer are we going to put up with this? Like, when is it going to be enough?
Right, and she's the first one we're going to start with. She's going to be the first one we're going to start with.
Well, maybe she's going to share the bread.
Because it doesn't make any sense to me. You're making over $100,000, and your district is horrible.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree. It should not be a double standard.
And she's been there for 30 years.
Right. What you say to other people should also be applicable to you.
So when the revolution happens, we're starting with her.
We're knocking on her door first?
Her door first.
Okay. And then Sydney says, your mom and I used to talk about you doing a town hall meeting. I will make it happen. And then Sydney says, take several seats, Don. But why you talking about Maxine, okay?
Hey, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. If you're a good legislator, and I'm I'm for term limits, but if you're a good legislator as you are, your district's going to reflect that. Her district does not reflect that she is a good leader.
So do you have a problem with Maxine calling for
because
to take Trump people
because that's not the way to do it.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Now I'm on the fence with it.
Okay, go ahead. Harassing isn't going to change anything.
But what was different? Trump did the same thing. Didn't Trump not do the same thing? And that when he was campaigning, he was telling people, punch him in the face.
Okay.
All that, and they actually did do that kind of stuff.
Okay, and you got ignorant people, and he was a candidate at the time. This is an elected official. Okay, which makes it, you have to have some responsibilities, because how can you tell people not to break the law if you're breaking it?
Well, they're not. She's not telling people.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, when you're an elected official, you have to lead by example. You're a leader. Lead by example.
Well, maybe she figures this is what the people want to hear now.
No, she should be saying, she should be going to her district, and all these other districts are going to help me out and saying, we need to vote. We need to get these people registered. That's what she should be doing.
Hey, I'm just
because punching people in the face and harassing, harassing them, that isn't going to change the situation on a political level. It's not.
It might.
It won't.
We'll see.
It won't, because what it is it's going to make us look like thugs, them look like victims.
Okay. Al says, I'd say something about Maxine Waters, but I probably just drowned. Oh, hell, I finally got you to read a comment of mine.
No, but like you said, the bourgeoisie, it's going to happen. You're right. The Communist Manifesto, it's happening.
It's coming down the
because people are awake.
Absolutely.
And waking up every day.
I saw that crap on MSNBC earlier. Joy Reid, a black female, a Latino female, and a black male having unlimited time to talk about Trump hate and be the corporate Democrat horse for the Democratic Party.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Democrat, I'm trying to see more. Democratic Party.
F
them.
Mm-hmm.
The people want jobs and universal health care. No,
that's
absolutely.
Right. That's what they should be concentrating on.
Right. No, I mean, I agree with that. But at some point in time, it's like we got to figure out how to stop becoming the underdog. I mean, like you said, a lot of people are touting jobs or employment rate going up, but is a part-time job really considered?
No.
Like, you can't have just no part-time job out here and survive well. You need to be having a bunch of
three part-time jobs doesn't mean that the economy's doing well. Sorry.
And the city says, forget politics. We allowed them to say that we allowed them to say that they were going to lynch her. Is that what they said?
I don't know.
Wow, they said that.
They said that.
Yeah, that's not cool. But I'm not shocked that they said that. We know that Trump has a lot of lunatics. What we got?
Loonies. We got 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so we know that Trump got a lot of lunatics on his team.
Yep.
We know that.
Racist. I mean, these are bigots.
They are proud to be that. We see that every day. And for you guys on the podcast, thank you for joining us. We will see you guys next week. But we see it every day. I mean, look at all the people that are I should say white women that are calling the police on. We got children.
Kermit Patty. We got
barbecue
Becky.
We saw one before we came on here or something. White lady called the police on a black woman or man for smoking in public. Do these people not realize, like police, they got
better things to do?
I think they come and tell you smoking in public.
Right. Or this guy's taking a picture, photography.